everyone would please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to say, hi, my name is Emily. Or do you want to say, because I can do the statistical part of it. So I want you to start out and say, hi, my name is Josie Santel. Welcome to FHNtoday Live. Today we are bringing you tonight's boys.
Hi, my name is Josie Santel, and I'm here versus the Fort Zumwalt North Panthers.
That's right, Josie. We are here. It is the Knights' home opener, and they are looking to continue a very long win streak against the Panthers. The Knights have not dropped a game to Fort Zumwalt North since 2011. That is a 6-year win streak. The Knights are under the coaching of Robin Udy, who has had the boys program for 2 years now. She is a former girls varsity coach and is also the girls freshman coach. Here, number 7, Chance Orff with the serve. Avery Ward sets to Patrick Kester. Kester catching that attack on the back of the line. That ball is in, earning the Knights the first kill of the night.
That was a very lovely kill.
Avery Ward back to serve the Knights. Ward, a freshman for this Knights team, stepping up, setting 5-1 for the Knights, meaning that he plays the entire game and sets the entire game. A huge position to put on the back of a freshman. Panthers sending a free ball over and stopped by John Gartlitz. 6'5" John Gartlitz there, coming up huge for the Knights.
Yes, that was such an amazing block. He was right there on the hitter.
Ward back again with the serve. Serves to number 2, Schneider. Gartlitz once again with a huge tip there right into the center of the court.
Yes, the Fort Zumwalt North Panthers were on the perimeters of the court, leaving a donut, a hole in the middle of it.
Schneider there with a back row attack, easily picked up by Avery Ward. DeHaza sets up Thomas by coming up and huge once again by and Daryl's the captains for this Knights team and the only returning varsity players on this young team. The Knights also do not have any seniors this year. And Evan Mogg there, Mogg and Derlitz there with the block. Derlitz leads the team in blocks for the season, and Mogg also leads the team in attacks with 8.
And we have a timeout called by Fort Zumwalt North Panthers. Emily, what do you think the Knights are doing well?
Well, Josie, I think that the Knights have done a great job coming out with lots of intensity and momentum in this game. They're coming out with a lot of energy. They've got a very packed gym here tonight, and they are using that to their advantage, using their home court to the advantage. Not only when they score a point are they celebrating, but they're really celebrating and yelling and getting this team excited, trying to get into the Panthers' heads.
I agree with you 100%. This is going to be a really fun game to watch.
Ward again with his third serve. Serves to Ryan Schneider. Gerlitz's looking to come up big with the kill off the overpass, but that ball goes out of bounds.
He was a little late on that jump.
Now back to serve the Panthers, number 8, Ronald Cross. Cross to Dylan Lauer. Ward scrambling to get that ball, and Evan Mag has to send over a small attack. The Panthers, though, struggling, sending back over a free ball. Back to DeHaza. DeHaza to Ward. Ward goes back to Evan Maud. Maud with a huge swing, and the Panthers are not able to come up with an answer.
Yes, this is his second year playing volleyball ever.
DeHaza there also with that dig. This is a new position for Trey DeHaza, traditionally playing as a right side, but he took over and switched into the libero position for his varsity season, taking the role of Jake Oppenborn, who graduated last year for the Knights. Sophomore Chris Yant subbing in, and Gerlitz with the serve. Gerlitz with an ace. Ryan Schneider for the Panthers just came up and was a little bit too far behind that ball, and Gerlitz got the ace for his team. Gerlitz with the serve. Another ace for John. DeHaza pushing that back to Ward. Bye going down the line this time. The Knights getting fired up here as they go up 9-1.
Thomas, being a lefty, really puts that ball right down the line. It's a really hard attack.
And like you said, Josie, with Thomas being lefty, it's much easier for him to rotate his body and take that line shot on the right side. The Panthers setting over a free. Bye with the dig. Ward goes up to set sophomore Chris Yance. Yance earning that kill, his first of the night.
Right into the donut again because of our Panthers staying on the perimeter. They have to be on their toes, leaning towards the ball.
Chris Yance there with his first kill of the night. The sophomore stepped up for the team in his first varsity season and his second ever game. By looking to take that set on a tight pass, but unfortunately runs into the net. Now with the serve, number 12, Tyler Wortman. DeHaza nailing the pass.
Ward goes. Fake by Thomas Bye.
Bye with the dig. That is recovered by the Panthers. And a huge up by Avery Ward to DeHaza. The Knights looking a bit confused, but able to send that one over as Bye sends it over the net.
And another block from Thomas Bye and Chris.
Bye did an excellent job with lining up with the Panthers hitter, number 11, Kyle Bampton. Bye got right in front of his shoulder, preventing him from being able to go anywhere with that hit. Trey DeHaza back to serve. DeHaza goes to Schneider. That ball is set to number 9, John Shubb.
That was a tip on the block from sophomore Patrick Coaster.
Now back to serve for the Panthers. Gerlitz with the pass. Ward goes up, goes to Kester. Kester, that ball catching the top of the tape and rolling down on the net.
That's okay. He'll get the next one, though.
Another serve for the Panthers. Ward again going outside to Kester. Kester, an off-speed shot there, easily picked up by the Panthers. Kyle Bampton goes up for an attack and easily picked up by Kester. Kester goes to Gartlitz in the back. From the middle for the Panthers, number 17, Alex Collins. DeHaza looks for Bai on the right side. Bai with a great kill and easily passes that overpass.
There is some miscommunication right there on the side of the North Knights.
You're right, Josie. It looks like Chris Janssen and Avery Ward got a little bit confused there on who was taking that ball. Ward to Kester. Kester, a massive swing as the Knights go up 12-5. The sophomore coming up huge.
That was amazing timing right there, an amazing set right down cross court. That was such a great play.
Bai with the jump serve there. An aggressive serve from Bai. Another ace. The Knights coming out with fire, especially from the service line.
Yes, Emily, they are doing a great job back there on their serves. There's been no missed serves yet.
Bai again with his jump serve. That ball going a bit long, looking like it was for Ryan Schneider of the Panthers, but that ball passes back to on the back line. Subbing in for the Panthers is number 8, Ronald Cross. Bampton back to serve. Bai with the pass. Ward looking for Jantz, but once again looks like a bit of miscommunication there.
Yes, I think he was expecting Geraltz to come in on the one.
A long pass from Trey DeHaza there off the contact from Bai, looking like he might have been trying to push it to Patrick Kester, but couldn't quite make it there, and Jantz unable to get the ball over the net. Bampton with another serve, driving that ball deep. Bai picks it up, goes in for the attack. A huge swing from Bai, catches the top of the tape, and it looks like it might have been one of the North blockers as well.
Yes.
Noe Bustos back to serve. That ball taken by Dominic Schneider. Another free ball there for the Panthers. Bai to Ward. Ward goes to Derlitz.
Oh, and North is called on 4 hits, which means they contacted the ball 4 times, more than their 3 allowed.
It looks like the ref didn't think that the Panthers blocker number 17, Alex Collins, made contact with that bar after Derlitz knocked that into the net, calling a 4th contact, giving the ball to the Panthers. Now back for the Panthers, libero Ryan Schneider.
Center out on North's team.
Lauer to Gerlitz. Gerlitz lobs it over the net.
It's a very tight ball.
Gerlitz unable to win the joust there against number 8, Ronald Tross for the Panthers. That ball looking like it might have been in a weird spot for him.
Yes, I agree.
Bai with the pass. Ward goes to Gerlitz on the outside, and he puts it away. Gerlitz having great success here from all areas of the court.
Yes, I agree. He's been putting the ball down on every position. He's playing back row, outside, and the middle, and being as tall as he is, back row is very hard to accomplish as well.
And a great tip from Avery Ward there on that overpass, really doing a great job of setting up this crowd, getting excited for their freshman varsity player. Patrick Kester now back to serve for the Knights. Kester with the ace on Ryan Schneider.
Yes, the North Knights are doing a great job at serving the ball deep, which is messing up the Panthers' back row as they step up.
That ball a little jumbled up here in between the Panthers, and a lift is called against the Panthers. And a timeout here called by the Fort Zumwalt Panthers.
This is their 2nd timeout, so they have no more timeouts to use in this game.
And as this game is still with a lot of time left, only 18-10, that could be an issue for the Panthers.
Yes, how do you think this game is going now?
I think this was exactly the start that the Knights are looking for. They wanted to come out, use this home field to their advantage. They have a large student section out here tonight and show that not only even though they are a new team, they are a strong team, and they have strong players on all areas of the court. And I think they're doing a great job of that. They're doing a great job of spreading out their hitters. Not only are they just setting to one guy on the court, they're really spreading it across the net, using all three of their front row hitters to their advantage.
And their back row hitters at times.
Absolutely. Garrett's getting in there with some back row attacks. They've also done a great job of getting their passes high on serve receive, making Avery Ward's job much easier to set up his hitters. Kester, another ace for Kester. The Knights being very aggressive on the serving line this match.
I agree, Emily. They are doing such a great job serving this ball deep. The Fort Zumwalt Panthers are going to have to start stepping back and start adjusting to this ball if they want to pick it up and give it a good pass to their setter.
And Kester again with the ace. Kester on fire. The Knights really pushing here from the service line to give them a 10-point lead.
Panthers aren't able to get this ball because they're not stepping back and using their legs to push forward with the ball. Very tight there on the net.
A nice higher pass there from the Panthers. Unfortunately, that ball going a little bit too far over the net and handled easily by freshman Avery Ward. And an attack picked up from the Panthers, and that ball is called a lift against the Panthers. It looks like after Gerlitz took that block, one of these Zumwalt North defenders took that ball and lifted it with his hands instead of passing it.
They are putting up such a great wall of one net. Very hard to get past.
Yes, they're definitely using their height to the advantage. Again, Gerlitz having an incredible first set. Using their height to the advantage. Gerlitz at 5'10", many players over 6 foot. Panthers trying for the outside, but number 12, Tyler Wortman, was not able to get there.
He's a little late on that ball, I think.
That's right, Josie. That ball looking like it might have been a little bit too low, causing him to hit that ball into the net. Kester here going on a fantastic service run. That ball picked up by number 8, Ronald Cross. A free ball sent over for the Panthers, taken by Bai. And Darrell's going for the slide attack on the back row. As a middle hitter, he typically hits out of the center of the court, but instead he went behind the setter, creating a more interesting attack that's harder to defend. That ball just barely going out of bounds.
I think it was a great play to try, though, and I think that they're at a point in the game where they should be trying these extra moves that way they can get.
Ward goes to Maud. Maud getting the tool off the block. That ball going off number 12, Tyler Wortman, to end a huge first set from the Knights, really dominating this set.
So how do you think the height on North this year is helping them to put up these amazing blocks?
Oh, absolutely, Josie. I think this height on this North team is a huge asset to them. When they get up and they get blocking against some of these attackers, their large wingspan and large arms takes away areas of the court, making it easier on their defenders in the back row, not having to cover so much. Also, with their large wingspan, they are able to get to more balls, resulting in more blocks, like the huge amount of blocks you saw tonight from Geralt, who leads the team in blocks. Thomas Bai also getting a few blocks in there, and also some huge attacks off of the right side. Bai leads the team in attacks with 9 attacks on the season so far after one game. So, Josie, what do you think Fort Zumwalt needs to do to get back into the second set?
Yes, Emily. I think that they really need to bring up their energy, and I think that they really need to work on their serve receive because that killed them a lot on their points. I think that they need to adjust to the ball faster and move back and move forward and start reading the hitters and where they're going, and especially with their serve, start calling their zones. And I think that they just really need to come in with a better mindset, and I think that they just need to bring up their energy and their spirit.
Especially right, Josie. And like you said, volleyball is really a game of momentum. You could have some of the best hitters in the entire gym, but if you're not playing with the team and you're not playing with energy and passion, you're probably not going to get very far.
That is very true.
The Zumwalt North Panthers need to make sure, get some energy, to get cheering, get high-fiving with their teammates, having a good time. You know, this is a fun game and it's fun to play, and the Panthers need to start picking up their energy here in the second set.
I agree.
The Knights looking very relaxed here as freshman Avery Ward goes back to serve. The Knights, of course, on track to continue their 6-year win streak against the Panthers.
And Avery Ward with the jump serve right to the libero. Set from or over. And the point goes to the Panthers.
An excellent scramble there, play there from the Knights, specifically from libero Trey DeHaza. Unfortunately, a double touch was called against Evan Mogg, meaning his hand contacted the ball twice when he went to set.
Set from Ward. Cross court by Evan Mogg, number 7. And the setter sets number 8. And the ball's put down by sophomore Evan Mogg in the middle of the court.
That's right, Josie. That ball nicely placed there in the middle of the court. The Panthers' defense spread out along the perimeter, leaving an open spot that they were not ready to defend. Garrett's looking relaxed here, keeping his cool in the serving line as the ref handles some of the crowd.
Junior John Gerlitz with the serve, and he comes a little short. It looks like he did not toss that ball high enough, and his arm swing was not complete. Now up for the Panthers, number 8, Ronald Cross with the serve to John Gerlitz. Ward sets the ball back to Evan Mogg, and he gets a kill right in the middle of court.
Mogg did an amazing job. He has a fantastic vertical, and it almost looks like he might have hit over the Fort Zumwalt block. A very tough ball to defend for their defense.
And up now for North is the libero, Trey DeHaza.
Subbing in for the Panthers was number 6, Adam Wheeler.
Trey with the jump serve, and a little long out of bounds. I think he just didn't finish that arm swing. I think he just didn't.
The Knights having a bit of an unfortunate start here to the second set. Definitely not the one they wanted. Really looking to bring back the consistency of their serving that they had here in the first set.
And Chris Yacht, sophomore, hits the ball out of bounds. But it was a good pass from libero Trey DeHaza and a set from Ward. For the Panthers, number 12, Tyler Wortman is serving. Thomas Bai passes the ball. Ward goes up, and North gets the point from Panthers are called over the net, interfering with the set.
Yes, in volleyball, it is a rule in Misha high school games that you cannot interfere with the setter's ability to play. It looks like number 17, Alex Collins, might have jumped and tried to reach for the ball over the net as Ward was trying to set. Huge serve there by Bai.
Huge serve. And Patrick, cross court, and the libero picks up Ryan Schneider, set from number 7. And Bai with an amazing dig and a set from Ward. And Custer hit into the net, but that's okay. I think he was just a little late on that. I think the set was a little low for him.
I agree. That ball, a great scramble effort there from the Knights. A nice up there by Bai. That pass, though, unable to get that set just high enough to where it needed to be for Kester.
And the Panthers are serving. With a float serve, Gerald sets. And freshman tips the ball over the net, Avery Ward. Pass by Thomas Bai, set from Ward. And a back row attack from Geralt. Out of bounds. It looked like a good setup to me, and I think it's nice that they're starting to use their back row players and mixing it up a little bit.
Yes, absolutely, Josie. Like you said, it can be very helpful to spread out your offense in volleyball using every single player that you have on the court to attack. It can be very tough to defend. Looks like there miscommunication between Jans and Bai there on that serve receive. Looks like Bai expected Jans to take that ball with his hands.
Yes. And the serve from Panthers, number 15. Out of bounds, so North gets the point. I think they really needed that.
Absolutely, Josie. They want to continue this momentum, and certainly the hits that have been hit out of bounds and the missed serves have had trouble with that. A substitution now for the Knights. Noe Bustos in to serve. Bustos just back to the serving line.
With a nice float serve. Panthers pass it over. Ward sets the ball in coaster. Right down the middle of the court. That was an amazing hit, I think. It was a very nice timing. And
yes, you're right, Josie. That was excellently placed on the court, hitting right on the line there in the back corner. Very tough ball to defend.
Very tough. And number 8, Noe Bustos, up again for the serve. Float serve to number 6. And that ball was set or passed a little outside the antenna, and it's really hard for an outside hitter to get around that ball and try to place it inside the antenna or in the court in general.
You're right, Josie. I think the Panthers really need to focus on getting their serve receive and their first contacts well. If they can get their first pass in, the rest comes very easily, and then the setters and the hitters can get into a groove and start earning kills for their team.
I agree.
The Knights here coming back as we are all tied up 7-7.
Set from Orff, and a hit from Alex Collins, out of bounds though, so North gets this point, taking the lead.
Collins looking very frustrated about that pass, really going in hard for that hit there, but unfortunately hit that ball out of bounds.
Oh, and the Panthers are given the point. North is called out of rotation. Out of rotation means one of their players were crossing each other and not in their right starting spot.
Looks like Garrett's was unsure which position he was on the court and might have been too far to the left of Thomas Bai.
Number 11, Kyle Bampton is up to serve. Pass from, Thomas Bai shanks the ball. I think he just didn't move his feet to get around to that. What do you think, Emily?
You're right, Josie. I think that was an unfortunate contact by Bai, an unlucky one, as he has been spectacular on the serve receive this entire match.
And there he is making it up with the set. Ward, and a put down from Geralt. 6-5 middle, and he's really working those ones with Avery. Those are fast sets.
Yes, you're right, Josie. Those fast sets there by Geralt and Avery combining with his height can be very tough for a blocker to decide which way they're going to go. And by the time they realize Geralt's is serving between his, or hitting, between his heights, there is no way that they are going to get to that ball.
And the ball gets sent over on the second ball to North. Ward makes a hustle, and Dylan Lauer sets it over the net, getting the point for Francis Howell North.
Lauer, this is his first year playing volleyball, earning his spot on the varsity team here for the Knights. Yes, junior Dylan Lauer. He did a great job of putting that ball short onto the court, and the Panthers didn't look like they were quite ready for it.
Coaster just served it over the net, and it's set outside to number 8. Oh, and they get it down between Geralt and Ward.
Geralt and Ward might not have been completely next to each other on that block.
Yes, I don't think they closed it. And libero Ryan Schneider is serving for the Panthers. Right over to Thomas Bai with the great serve receive pass. Ward sets and Mogg hits the top of the net. And the North gets the point because it hit the net on the top.
Home field advantage there for the North Knights. The Panthers not expecting it to hit the dividing barrier there on the top.
Freshman Avery Ward with the serve. He has an amazing jump serve, and he serves it short. Orff sets it, and a tip from number 8. North gets the ball. Number 8 was called into the net with a lift.
Looks like Geralt might have caught that ball there as he was coming up. It was an odd speed. He was coming down from the block on his jump and might have caught him in the wrong way.
Chance Orff from the Panthers with a serve. Dylan Lauer sets, Avery sets it. Ball is rolled over by Thomas Bai. Libero Orff sets, and a shutdown by Geralt again in the middle.
Geralt's huge there, having a massive game here for the Knights. And subbing in for the Knights is number 33.
freshman number 33. This is his first time going on the varsity court. This must be very exciting. And Gerolds with the serve. It looks like it's a free ball from the Panthers. Can North use this? DeJesus passes, Avery sets, and freshman hits but gets blocked, and it's over the net. Orff sets, and the ball's rolled.
And a nice tip there by Bai, looking to go over the block. That ball defended by Ryan Schneider.
Gerolds with the pass, Avery with the set, and Mogg with the hit. Out of bounds just by a little bit. I think he was just behind that ball. He overran it a little bit.
Just barely, Josie, you're right. An excellent rally there by the Knights, fighting hard as we are all tied up at 12. A bit of a slower start here for the Knights from the first set, but they're still working hard to maintain the control that they had in the first set. Bai with a great pickup there off of the block.
2 blocks in a row, but the second one was tooled, which means that it hit the left side of their hand and it went out of bounds, giving the point to the Knights.
That's right, Josie. It looks like the blocker for the Panthers, number 11, Kyle Bampton, might not have turned his body all the way when he was going for that block. His hands might have been angled towards the left side where that ball hit off of Bai's attack.
DeJesus with the serve. Oh, a little short. I think he just didn't toss the ball high enough. He has to give himself longer time to get under there and to get a good arm swing.
I agree, Josie. DeJesus still able to laugh it off the Knights, keeping a nice light atmosphere here in the second set.
And he bakes it up with a great pass and a set from and the ball's dug out of the net and 11 down with a block from freshman number 33 and Thomas Bai.
Andrew Durham there, the freshman, in his first ever varsity match with a huge block there. Bai back to serve.
With an amazing serve. He really tosses that ball high and he hits it just like it's an attack. Very hard to pick up and it has a lot of top spin. So the ball is rolling forward, making it drop before the passer thinks that they're going to get it. Bai again with the serve. And he puts it down right to the libero. The ball is set. Called as a double touch, meaning the setter touched it 2 times instead of 1, giving the ball a little awkward spin, causing the ref to call this ball.
That's right. Looks like Chance Orff didn't really get a good contact on that ball, and the Panthers calling a timeout, wanting to rethink things as the Knights have taken the lead again 16-13.
How do you think the Knights need to keep up their attitude to keep this win streak?
I think you're right, Josie. I think the key for the Knights here is consistency. They have the energy. They have the home court. Their team excited to watch them play. They just need to make sure they stick to doing what they do well, which is the basics of volleyball. They need to stick staying strong in their serve receive, getting passes nice and high and near the net for Ward. And so Ward is able to spread out his offense, have lots of options on the hitter, so he can go to Gerolds or Bai or McManus.
Yes, I agree with you, Emily. I really think once they can get their serve receive solid and down, that they're going to be much more better off with their hitting options.
That's right, Josie. First contact's huge here in the match of volleyball. That first pass off of an attack or off of a set can make the difference between a good and a bad play.
Yes, and there was just an amazing serve by Thomas, which was brought over on 1 hit. And sophomore Hester hitting the ball. And a joust, and North won that joust.
McManus, the freshman, again, very fired up for his first varsity match. An excellent job of getting that ball and swatting it into the court where the Panthers were not ready to defend.
And Bai up again with the serve. Oh, right into the net. I think he just tossed it a little too low this time. He's a very fast arm swing up there.
That's right, Josie. The Knights, though, still smiling as they're up 17-14. The Knights needing a great first contact to be able to get that pass up to Ward.
Number 15 from the Panthers with the serve. John Gerolds with the joust, and the ball is still up over number 7. Orff picks it up. Pass from number 15, set from Orff, and an outside hit to Kyle Bampton. Picked up by John Gerolds and tipped by the freshman.
McManus working hard here in the middle, and an excellent up by DeJesus, off of a strong hit from Bampton.
That was an amazing save. And a shank ball. Oh, and Thomas Bai trying to get that pancake and dive for that ball. What a great effort and a great hustle.
An incredible effort from the Knights there. Some amazing ups there by Dane McManus, and also an incredible up by Trey DeHaza. Looks like it might have ended with some miscommunication on the court, but still the Knights have to be proud of that one.
Yes, that was an amazing pickup. And Bai sets the serve. And Patrick rolls the ball. Outside hit to number 11, Kyle Bampton, as he puts the ball down. DeHaza just wasn't on his toes. I think he was too far inside the court as their outside hitter was trying to cut the ball cross court. Number 15 with another float serve. Pass from Gerald, set from Ward, and a back row attack from Bai, putting the ball down as number 6, Adam Wheeler, shanks the ball out of bounds.
Bai coming up huge there in the back row, showing his versatility as a player. He has taken swings from the back row from the right side and also occasionally from the middle as well. The way Bustos back to serve.
And a pass from the libero, number 2, Ryan Snyder. And a hit blocked by Ward and Geralt.
Ward and Geralt's huge there, shutting down Bampton.
They work very well together, Emily.
Absolutely. The dynamic between these two is huge. Bustos again with the serve. That ball going long this time.
And it's going to be a free ball. Oh, a roll from the Panthers. And DeHaza with the pass. Ward with the set. Custer with the hit. And an amazing pickup, but it was just a little short and off to the side by number 15 from the Fort Zumwalt North Panthers.
Number 15 there for the Panthers, looking a little bit shaken up. He fell pretty hard there on that pass, trying his best for his team. Unfortunately, could not get that ball up.
And a second timeout is now called from the Fort Zumwalt North Panthers. This is their last timeout of the set.
The Panthers here in a desperate situation. The Knights only need 5 more points to finish this whole match. The Panthers really looking to pick up their defense, trying to get some kills. Saw some success out of using Kyle Bampton on the outside and needing to do more of it, but also work around the massive block of the Knights and Geralt and Ward on the outside.
I agree, and I also think that the Panthers need to pick up their energy because, like you said earlier, Emily, this is a game of momentum, and they're letting North get too much right now, and I think they need to come back to who they are, and they just need to start playing their game and get this pass right to their setters so they can set up their outside. And Bustos is up again with the serve. Serves to number 6, Adam Wheeler. Orff sets the ball. Bampton puts the ball down right on the line cross court. That was an amazing swing, Emily. What do you think?
That was a fantastic swing there from Bampton, catching just the outside of that line, barely keeping that ball in. The Knights not even expecting that ball to stay in the court, but a strong swing with lots of spin on it from Bampton.
Something great to come out of the timeout on. I think they really needed that.
Absolutely. For Zumwalt North, every point matters in this game. They need to get some more energy.
Bampton served the ball with a tip over from Ward, but it was blocked by number 17, Alex Collins on the Panthers.
Ward there trying to catch the Panthers off guard, but Collins had an answer for it.
DeHaza with the pass. John tips the ball, and a ball into the net from number 15, and number 7, Chance Orff, could not get that ball out of the bottom of the net. When the ball hits the net, it's really hard to get low and to be able to pick it up.
Absolutely, Josie. It looks like that ball might have popped right over his head. He struggled a little bit to figure out where it was and get his platform where he needed to be.
Sophomore Coaster served the ball, and Orff is now setting in a hit from number 17, Alex Collins, putting the ball down on North.
Gerald's there looking a little frustrated, almost catching that block. Him and Collins, the 2 tallest players here out on the court by far.
Libero number 2, Ryan Snyder with the serve. DeHaza picks up the ball, a bump set from Ward, and a hit from Mogg. Pass up from Snyder, set from Orff, and a middle tip, and the ball is back over by Ronald Cross. Ward sets, and Geralt hits the ball, rolling over the top of the net.
That's right, Josie. Geralt barely catching the net there, really lucking out on that play, and caught number 12, Tyler Wortman for the Panthers off guard.
Freshman Avery Ward is now up to serve. Libero, Ryan Snyder, and a set from Orff right over the net with a tip. And a tip from Thomas Bai. Over again, and Thomas puts it down. Oh, but he's called on a lift Would you like to explain what that is, Emily?
Absolutely, Josie. It looks like Bai, when going for that tip, might have held onto the ball for too long, and he might have thrown the ball, which is illegal in volleyball.
Yes.
The Knights here within 3 as the Panthers go back to serve.
Knights look like they're struggling a little bit, but they get the ball over. Orf sets. Number 12 hits the ball out of bounds, giving the point to North.
An unfortunate hit there for Tyler Wortman, not at the time they need it, as the Knights come within 2.
With a lead of 23-20.
Freshman McManus coming into the court for the Knights.
John Gerolds with the serve. And a tip over from the setter, a pass from Hayes, a set from Ward, and a hit from Mogg. Number 11 picks the ball up, but it was just right into the net. Setter's hard to do anything with that ball.
Absolutely, and an excellent up there by Bampton. Did a great job of doing the best he could to get there. Unfortunately, that ball was a bit tight, and it looks like Chance Orff was not able to make it, putting the Knights here at game point as Gerolds goes back to serve.
And Gerolds serves the ball out of bounds, but that was his first miss serve of the night. And it's game point for the North Knights. And number 8, round across with the serve. Set from Ward, and a slide from Thomas Bai, but he hits it out of bounds.
I like that confidence, though, Josie. Bai coming in, swinging out of the middle, not his traditional position. But the Knights, even though they are still so close on game point, they're not afraid to take risks to earn points for their team, and I admire that.
I do, too. That's a really good skill and quality to have in volleyball. You have to take those risks. And a pass from Gerolds, a set from Ward, and a hit from Mogg, but it's blocked. It's back over, and it's hit again with an amazing up by Gerolds. It's in the net. DeHazen touches it. Oh, and McManus tries to kick that ball over, but he doesn't get it right there.
That ball almost taken there by McManus. The soccer goalie really wanted that ball, but unfortunately that scramble play was not able to get this. The Knights needing 1 point here to finish this game.
And an overpass from Mogg, but Bai picks up the tip. And McManus with a roll to the middle of the court. The ball is tipped into the net, and North wins this game.
The freshman McManus in his first ever varsity game, finishing out this tight set for the Knights and continuing their 6-year win streak against the Fort Zumwalt Panthers.
Making this 11-12. 12-0.
That's right, Josie. The Knights did an excellent job of staying consistent in their basics. Their serve receive passes were high into their setter, which allowed their setter to move around their offense, set to Gerolds, set to Bai, set to all of their options in the front or back row. And the hitters just did an excellent job of putting balls away, putting the balls where they needed it for their team in order to win this game.
I think this is a great start for the North Knights, for the Hell Knights. And what do you think the best highlight of this game was? Because I can remember many of them, but what was one of your favorites?
I would have to say one of the highlights of this game was just the enthusiasm in this gym. You could tell these guys were happy to be on the court. They love the sport of volleyball. They were happy to be here playing on this night, and that is what led them to their success in this game.
I don't know about you, Emily, but I'm really looking forward to see what this team can do in their upcoming matches and their upcoming games, and just to see how much they're going to improve throughout the season.
Absolutely, Josie, you're right, and we will be live streaming here. Our next live stream is of the girls' soccer match, so be sure to tune in. Thank you for joining us here at FHNtoday.com/live. My name is Emily Hood, here with my co-announcer, Josie Santel, and I hope you all have a great night.